Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. Alright, brothers and sisters. So, a lot of us have been told that Satan is a spook and a spirit, that devils are spooks and spirits, demons, spooks and spirits, stuff you can't see, it's invisible, right? And that you're being attacked by them, and there's nothing you can do but pray to God. But those are in fact lies. They tell you that these monsters and demons and devils and spiritual entities that you can't see, they're in fact visible. But they tell you they're invisible so you don't point the finger at who they are, which is these Caucasians, which is Satan, which is false Israel, which is your actual enemies that's right in front of you. Caucasians in black skin, half devil, half man, demons, you see? They're physical people, brothers and sisters. They're not, it's nothing spooky. It's no monsters and goose and goblins and fairy tale make-believe crap. No, your enemies want you to believe that these things are spooks and spirits. That way they can continue to deceive you. Because if you know the truth, then now you're set free and you know how to move out the way. Now you know now you know what to do from here. Now you have the upper hand, you have the upper advantage. Now you know that now you're in tune with what's going on around you. And now you can warn others. You can tell your brothers, your sisters, you can tell them what's going on. You can tell them that they're going the wrong way. You can tell them that the vision that the dream that they're pushing is totally against them, which is this American dream, and that we're getting the hell out of here. You see? So that's what we're doing, brothers and sisters, exposing the truth. Giving you the opportunity to see what's going on around you. Giving you the ability to see what's going on right in front of you. Which is being able to identify your enemies. Knowing that the Caucasian people are devils. Knowing that from the rape of the black woman, knowing that from our experience of the Holocaust, which was so-called slavery, the Caucasian man, the devil, raped our women and produces half devil, half man. Right, he produced his seed amongst our women and created a demon, half devil, half man, Oreos, black on the outside, white on the inside, look like me and you, but they're not us. They're black-faced children. So just understanding those few concepts, this is you're easily able to see that these things aren't what they told you. They told you these things to continuously manipulate you and use you and mess with your mind and destroy your brain. Mess with your brain, you see, which is destroying you, making you all confused, discombobulated, making you confused. It's the art of war, brothers and sisters, to confuse you. We see easier to take you out because you're all messed up. And your brain's all foggy and you can't focus and you don't know what's what. You're indecisive. You're unsure. You see? So you're not aware of what's going on around you because you're hallucinating and you're paranoid and you're out of your mind. You see? That's what they want you. That's what their tactic is, to destroy you. And my mission is to set you free. Give you the truth. Give you the truth for this time. Tell you, give you the ability to identify your enemies. Give you the ability to see what's going on right in front of you and tell you that Satan and demons and devils are physical people. So starting with that, Satan is false Israel, brothers and sisters. Nothing spooky. It's false Israel. And the scriptures tell you. It tells you in chapters 2 and 3 of Revelations, verse 9, both chapters. It tells you, it says here, when Almighty God was speaking, he says, I am giving out of the synagogue of the Satan, of the ones saying themselves Jews, being not they are, but they are lying. And Jesus follows up and says what? In the blasphemy, out of the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. He said in the blasphemy out of one saying, and ain't the Almighty said they was lying? And then Jesus said what? He said the blasphemy out of one saying, which means they were lying against God, saying the same thing. And they're Satan. They claim to be Jews, but they're Satan. So who the ones doing that? That's false Israel, right? They're the ones claiming to be Jews, right? And they're the ones who have synagogues, right? And it says what? The synagogue of Satan. You see? So brothers and sisters, it's that simple. And then here you got this. False Israel. Their name tells you exactly who they are. False, fake, fiction, phony, not real. False Israel is not real. You see how they spell real? It's all wrong. These two vowels should be swapped. Anything that's spelled real is R-E-A-L, Israel, brothers and sisters. So this is another identification that they're not who they claim to be. Then you have the name Jewish. It says they wish they were Jews, right? But we know that there's Satan. So you can wish and hope and pray and dream and all those things, but we know nothing ever come from wishes and prayers and hoping and dreaming and all that, right? You know, things have to be made happen. You can wish and pray and all you want on the star and hope and get on your knees and do all that, but nothing has ever came into existence from those things. So you've never seen money grow on trees. You've never seen food come into your refrigerator. You've never seen gas go into a car from a prayer or wishes. No, you had to go make it happen. Somebody got to make it happen. You got to pull up at the gas station. You got to physically put your card on the, you know what I'm saying, on the inside the machine and, you know, do what you got to do and hit that button, hit that gas. Nah, it don't work like that, brothers and sisters. You got to make stuff happen. People got to go do all these things, and then you got to do your part, you see? So, like I explained, just keeping it simple. They wish they were Jews, but they're Satan. And then the word ish, which is a suffix word for not exactly, somewhat, kind of, somewhat, sort of, not exactly, brothers and sisters, just like mankind, kind of like a man, just like an image of something. If it's an image of something, it's not it. The actual thing you took a picture of it, the picture of whatever thing you took a picture of was the actual thing that it was, and the image of it is now an image of it. It means it's not it. Just like the Jews, just like the Jewish people, they're not it. They're Satan. You see? And also the word Jew came from the word Judah, you know, which is the original Levite tribe, a priest tribe. So they wish that they were that. They wish that they were that original African tribe, that Levite priest tribe that's original, but they're not. Their father's the devil. You see, they're the seed of the devil. So, brothers and sisters, these things are very clear and accurate. You see that who Satan is. Those claim to be Jews, but they're not. They're Satan. That's why it says, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not thinking the things deep as Satan. That Satan would masquerade as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan. And he would pretend to be us. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's pretending to be you, brothers and sisters. He has stolen your identity, and now he's destroying he's destroying your image because he's trying to perfect stealing yours. So the best way to do it is to destroy your image, which he is doing and which he is continuing to do by having the demons project as being you. They're representing you. They're being your role models and examples. They're showing you how to be like them. So which is supposed to be so-called black, but it's really being a demon. And they're showing you how to how to be out of control, how to party, how to drink, how to smoke, how to have sexual encounters with other with everybody. You know, do what you want, do as you want. You know, promoting all these undisciplined acts. You know, that's what the demons do, showing you that they're killers and thieves and robbers and prostitutes and pimps and drug dealers and punks and homosexuals, and you see the list goes on, savages, uneducated people. But that's not us, brothers and sisters, but this is the image they want to paint because they're trying to destroy your image. That way, once you lift up and you realize who you are, then now you try to go back to say, hey, these individuals stole my identity, and now they won't be able to. Well, it's not even about them being able to. It's just once you try to rise up to say, hey, these people stole my identity, or this person stole my identity, then they won't believe you because they trashed your image so bad that they don't believe that you could possibly be the seed of Abraham. You could possibly be God's chosen people. You're not modest. You're not this. You're not good people. Look at you. Your hoes, your dummies, your comedians, your fools, your clowns, your idiots, your savages, your drug addicts, you this, you that, you this. You see? Now they built up that, and now no one gives a damn about you So then that's exactly what they want, because their tactic is to destroy you, brothers and sisters. And that's why they're doing exactly what they're doing, because they completely torched your image and made you look like fools, and made you look like, you know what I mean, made people believe in their heart that they'll be better off without you. So if anything happened to you, who gives a damn? Which isn't right, brothers and sisters. You see? But that's what they're doing, because they know, in fact, that they've stolen your identity. And they're trying to do away with you. These devils, Massa, Satan, all of them. You have more enemies, brothers and sisters, but Satan is the one who has stolen your identity, stolen your birthright, stolen your inheritance, claiming to be you. You understand? He's been blessed because he's supposed to be you. He's being blessed, and those are your blessings, right? But guess what? Since he's being blessed, you're being cursed, because they're the ones who are against you, because they're claiming to be you. So they're totally against you because they're claiming to be you. You see? So everything that goes good for them go bad for you. You see? And they have to be taken out of existence. You see? And spreading this truth is just the start of getting you to see what's going on, brothers and sisters. You know, because nobody's telling you these things. Your pastors and preachers not telling these things, and they can't tell you these things because they're told to avoid these scriptures. They're told not to tell you these things. You know, they're told not to tell you about your vision, which is the Abraham covenant. They're told to not tell you that because it says what? People without a vision will perish, and they want you to do what? They want you to perish. Exactly why they don't share it. And if they did share it, then you might start asking questions, and they don't like that because, for one, they can't answer your questions, and if they can, then they're told not to. So you see, they don't want to do that. So, brothers, I'm going to answer your questions, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. So here is the Abraham covenant, which is your vision. The black man and woman of America are the only ones that fit the description down to a T. But you got your so-called God's chosen people, false Israel, who claim to be you, but they're not. They claim they can fit this. So let's see if they can. It says, and God said unto Abram, know of a surety, which means certainly, that thy seed of Abraham. So there you go right there. They're the seed of the devil. They're not the seed of Abraham. So that's a quick indication they're not who they claim to be. Then it says what? Sojourners, meaning to be temporary in land that's not theirs. A stranger, foreign land, right? Okay, so they claim to be the Egyptians that were delivered, or they claim to be the Israelites that were delivered out of Egypt into Palestine, right? Okay, well, that's next door to one another. That's like going from Kansas to Missouri. You know, they just that close. You know, so that's at home. So that's not foreign, that's not strange, that's not land, that's not theirs. That's right at home. That's right in the same area. You know, so for it to be foreign, you had to literally go from the west all the way to the east, or from the east all the way to the west, like we did. You see, they took us all the way from the east all the way here to the hills of North America, here in America, right? That's foreign, that's strange. You see, so they claim that they're in a strange land, but they're right next door. So they're not in a strange land. It's not foreign to them. They're right at home. So that's another indication they're not who they claim to be. Then it says what? That the seed of Abraham will go through servitude and affliction for what? How long? 400 years. So how long was the Holocaust? The Holocaust only happened for what? 5-6 years? That's not 400 years. Then it says what? That the seed of Abraham will go through servitude and affliction. So when Jesus talked to the Jews, he said, the truth shall set you free. And they said what? That they never been in bondage to any man. Right? So then they told themselves, because they didn't understand what he was saying, they said that they were never in bondage to any man. So it says here that the seed of Abraham will go through servitude, which is bondage. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They didn't go through servitude because they said they were never in bondage to any man. And then they said they didn't go through 400 years of servitude and affliction, which the seed of Abraham would go through. They went with the 5-6 years of the Holocaust. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. Then it says what? It says, and also the nation whom they serve will I judge. Okay, so after 40 years, right? 16, 19, 20, 19, 20, 20, that's the year of judgment, the plague that would kill the firstborn, meaning the elderly, but pass over those with the lamb's blood. So meaning you had to have the same DNA as the lamb for the plague to pass over you. So it passed over Africa, passed over Hades, right? Because those are our brothers. They have the same DNA as us. And it passed over the original black man and woman of America. But guess who it didn't pass over? It didn't pass over the Caucasian people, which is the devils. It didn't pass over Satan. It didn't pass over false Israel. And it was supposed to pass over them because what? They were God's chosen people, but it didn't. They got hit. They were dropping like flies, which was an indication that they were guilty as charged for afflicting and putting the true seed of Abraham under bondage in servitude and affliction, brothers and sisters. They were the ones who were guilty of it, because it says, I will judge them. After that, he said, also the nation whom they serve will I judge. And they were the ones being judged, which was an indication that they were the ones who did these things to the seed of Abraham, which was us. And see, because they're right now, their enemy should be under judgment. You see, but they're the ones under judgment. So they knew exactly when all this happened, what time they were in. And they knew that they was in trouble. You see, that's why they acted out the manner they're in, because their time is limited, it's short. And it said, deal with them right. Deal with them in a way that they don't see coming. Deal with them shrewdly. You see? Yeah, you see? And that's what they're doing now. They're dealing with you in that way. And it's about to become where they're coming at you full blown in a minute, because we're moving to a different time where now things are about to get intense, brothers and sisters. However, I'm trying to stick on the topic. It says that they will be under judgment, right? I mean, that the ones who they serve will be under judgment. They're the ones under judgment, which indicates that they are the ones, which indicates that they're not the true seed of Abraham, because true seed of Abraham would not be under judgment. They would be, it'll be the enemies of them that will be under judgment. And then it says what? Afterwards they shall come out. Okay, so they claim they've already come out, right? But they're supposed to be coming out in 400 years. So they've already went from Egypt to Palestine. But they said they're supposed to be coming out now. So that means that they're saying that the Bible is past tense, which we know it's not. It's future tense. We're living out the scriptures. We're living out Exodus, meaning the exit. We're living out the Revelations, which is the end of all books. We're living these things out. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because they should be coming out now, but they've already claimed to come out. So they come out too early. And then on top of that, didn't it say God would give them the land? But what did they do? They took the land from the Palestinians by force, right? They forced those people off their land and committed genocide on them, right? Oppressed them for 70 plus years, right? They didn't wait on God to give them the land. They blessed themselves. And then not on top of that, they're sitting on the wrong land. It says, unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Okay, so if you look at these two coordinates, look at those two rivers, this is going to point you straight to the direction of Arabia, Great Arabia. See? And where they sitting at? They sitting in Lower Palestine. They sitting in Jerusalem, which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because they're supposed to be sitting in Great Arabia. They're sitting in the wrong land. So, brothers and sisters, that's why it says, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deeper to Satan, for even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light, but he was Satan, who is the God of this world, who has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. They are unable to see the glorious good light of the good news. They do not understand the message, which is the teaching of this, which is what? Is I'm giving out of the synagogue of the Satan, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. And it says what? As many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deeper to Satan, that Satan did not fit the Abraham covenant, that he did not fit the description of a Semite. He was an imposter. He was a phony. He's a fake. You see? Which is clear indication that he is not who he claims to be. And the scripture backs it up. And his actions backs it up too. Because it says, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. And what are they doing right now to the people in Gaza? They're committing genocide on them. Wiping them out, starving them, killing them. Committing an abomination of desolation, which is discussing hate of genocide. You see? So that's what's going on right now, which is a reflection of what's headed their way. Because once 2020 came, it says all things would fail and everything would backfire and inherit what they say and do. So what you see right now going on in Palestine, they're destroying and killing these people. That's going to be a reflection of what's coming their way, which is justice. But this is the greatest sign of our time, because our people, this will be the sign for our people that we were in great danger, because they were going to attack you before false Israel is destroyed. So they got to destroy you before they allow that idea to spread that you are the true seed of Abraham, because false Israel is indeed going to be destroyed. So let's pay attention to what they got going on over here. You see all this destruction, and this is God's so-called chosen people. it said that their image, their words are not matching up with their image anymore. What they're doing is not matching up with their image anymore. Words, you see, words, actions speak louder than words. They claim that they're good people, but look at this. They're blowing up innocent women and children, blowing up infrastructures, killing families. Look at him looking for his wife and his children. They're blowing up and destroying families. It's the works of Satan. You see? Complete destruction, hatred, cruelty, disgust. You see? You hear it? Does he seem happy? This is what God's so-called chosen people do. Right? Satan. Your enemies. Keep looking, brothers and sisters. This little boy is digging, looking for their families, trying to figure out where the hell is his mother, trying to figure out where is his family members. See, when all this rubble, all this destruction, all this hatred, all this disgust, all this cruelty, all this violence, it is intensified, which is indication that false Israel has lost complete control. That's why they resorted to violence in the first place, because they're losing control and they don't have it. And the fact that it's intensifying is showing that they're on their way out. They're about to be destroyed, brothers and sisters. Take a look at what they're doing. Look at this. Look at his mother and his mother and her son. You see, they look happy. Look at his daughter and his look at his father and his daughter. They look happy. Look at this boy and all this destruction, this rubble, and all this chaos. You see this boy starving to death. All these injured people and all these injured civilians and depressed and starved out and malnutrition families. Yeah, this is what Satan is doing. And look at this. This is the staple of what's taking place. They're starving them out to death. This is the works of Satan. This is what Satan does, brothers and sisters. Starve innocent children. Kill innocent women and children. Blowing up innocent women and children. Look at them. Look what they did to him. He's gone. Look at him. Look how thin he is. They starved them to death. And this is what's going to happen to them. This is a reflection of what's coming their way. They're going on the siege. They're being starved. They don't have any water, no food, no heat, no this, no that. They're going to be starved out. They're going to be destroyed. You understand? So everything that you see going on here is going to happen to them. That's what's going to happen to them. And this is how the devils feel about it. Just listen to this, brothers and sisters. This is how these devils feel about it. They don't give a damn about what they're going through.
And forget what the news is saying. God's chosen people are the Israelites. With that being said, continue to pray for them. Forget what everybody else is saying. Continue to pray for Israel. In Psalm 122, verse 4 through 6, it even says it. And for those of you who don't know the verse, I will gladly read it to you. All of the tribes of Israel, the Lord's people, make their pilgrimage here. They come to give thanks to the name of the Lord, as the law requires of Israel. Here stand the thrones where judgment is given, the thrones of the dynasty of David. Pray for peace in Jerusalem. May all who love this city prosper. With that being said, stop thinking that humans, what they say, is the truth, because nothing but God's word is the truth. And for those who continue to laugh about what's going on in Israel, just remember, you are messing with God's chosen people. Social.
Alright, brothers. So you heard that, devil. That's how they think. That's their mindset. That's what they was taught. That's what they believe. You see, that the world is structured around the idea that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham. You see, so they don't give a damn what's going on to the Palestinians, because you're messing with God's people. It says, bless Israel, pray for Israel. To hell what's going on with them. To hell with committing genocide on them. We can do whatever we want to them, because those are God's chosen people, and you mess with the wrong ones. So who are you? You're nothing, because they know their idea is God's going to come back and he's going to go against anybody that's against the chosen people, which is false Israel, right? So everybody's all in favor for the destruction of Gaza, the destruction of the Palestinians, because they're messing with God's people. So to hell with them blowing up innocent women and children. To hell with them blowing up buildings and infrastructures and families and mothers and daughters and grandparents and things are in them. They don't give a damn about none of that. That they're starving and killing innocent women and children. That the majority of the people they kill are women and children, blowing up children, killing children, messing up and killing children. They don't give a damn about that. You see? And because why? Because you're messing with God's people. And it said, to hell with what they're saying. Listen to what God said. Listen to what Jesus said. Well, are you sure about that? Because Jesus said, he said that there is none that is righteous. Speaking about these devils. Speaking about Satan. Speaking about the ones with their pens. Talking about those are God's chosen people. No, that's Satan. You see? And it says what? It said there is none that is righteous. This is coming out of God's mouth. He said there is none that is righteous. You see? He said no, not one. There is none that understand. They can't. They got a different nature. They don't understand a damn thing because they confused. You see? Because they got a different nature. They wicked. It says there is none that seek after God. They can't because they had no fear of God for their eyes. Or else they wouldn't be doing this abomination of desolation. Or they wouldn't enslave the original nation. They wouldn't enslave and inflicted the original black men and women of America. It inflicted terror on us. So they can't seek after God because they're against God. And it says what? They have all turned aside. They are together become worthless. There is none that does good. No, not so much as one. And it says what? It says, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deep of Satan. For what? Satan would disguise himself as an angel of light, but he was in what? He was indeed Satan. The one saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but they are what? Lying in the blasphemy, which is a lie against the one saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. You see? So are you sure that you want to listen to Jesus, listen to what God say? Because Jesus said what? He said that they're Satan. He said their father's the devil, that their fathers are man killers, that their ways are contrary from the fathers. He said that they went out killing, stealing, and destroying. You see? That they were made to make mischief and shed blood, that everything they touched became impoverished in disease, that their ways are not of ours. You see? They're sick individuals, twisted people. You see? And that's what's going to come out. That's what's going to be all over the television. You see? Who y'all are. It's already showing who Satan is. He's showing it now because his propaganda is backfiring. Now you see exactly who he is. You see his true colors. It's only getting worse because their time is coming out. And they're under pressure. And they're being crushed. You see? And they're being exposed. And this light is shining bright. You see? And now they're on their way out, which is their destruction, which is a sign to our people that it's time to flee. That it's time to get out of these devils' community and get into the inner cities. Get away from these devils and get into the inner cities, because it says what? It says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. Here go the armies, brothers and sisters. This is Jerusalem. This is false Israel. This is Thyatira. That's the book. That's the seven churches book, which indicates false Israel as being Thyatira, which is Jerusalem, being surrounded by armies. This is the angel key. This is the configuration of the book, which is a warning to you to flee. It's the destruction of false Israel, because it says what? When you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. Who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel is, brothers and sisters. And that means what? They're going to be destroyed, not redeemed or punished, but destroyed, which proves that they're not the true seed of Abraham, because it says what? Once God placed them in their land, they are not to be uprooted or removed. So if that does happen, then that means they're not who they claim to be. That's an abomination of desolation, because that's not supposed to happen. That's an abomination. That's not supposed to happen. Desolation is their destruction, which is going to trigger the attack of all blacks, because when they find out who you are, because they're going to find out that false Israel is destroyed, right? That's not supposed to happen, because they're supposed to be true seed of Abraham. So that means who has second claim? You. And now the devil's already rushing that. They was already rushing to kill you before false Israel was taken out, because they couldn't allow that idea to spread that you was the true seed of Abraham, because that means that they would be under judgment, and they have to accept their judgment, which is hell. And that means that you were going to be set, that you were going to get out of here and do great, do wonderful, which they hated that idea, and their whole world was about to be shattered to pieces. Because the reality is false Israel is true seed of Abraham, which if that's destroyed, that's their mind. mind. Now they're walking around drunk but haven't had anything to drink. Now they're totally insane. Now they're being bounced. Their head is crooked. Now they're walking on a crooked path. Now they all messed up. Their brain all blown up. You see? And now they're insane psychopaths and sociopaths coming to kill you and reach out. They're gonna reach out from their grave to take you with them because now they know that they're destined for hell. And that's why it says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says flee. Flee, flee, flee. Tell you to get out of their communities, get out of their neighborhoods, get out of the suburbs, get out of their neighborhoods, get out of the bed with them. If you're in the bed with them, you in trouble any damn way. And it said, flee, get out of there and get into the inner cities where you had to gather with your people, and we're going to unite as an army, and we're going to give you the tools you need to be successful. But you have to flee. It tells you to flee when you see this, when you see the abomination of desolation, which is taking place now in Gaza. It's a reflection of what's coming towards false Israel, which is their destruction. You had to flee before that because American Britain's going to attack you. You see, the devil's going to attack you before false Israel is destroyed. And you have to flee because they're going to take your life. They're going to kill you. They're going to wipe you out. Once they get the alert that you are the problem, that you are existential threat to them, that it's either their life or your life, it's either your life or their life, they're going to choose their life over yours. And they're going to take you out. They're going to find out that you're the one causing hell and turmoil, and they're going to take you out because now they realize that you are the problem, that you are their judgment, that you are the personification of their judgment. Meaning they cut your tongue out, and now you're here to cut their tongue out. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. The will of Allah now is do unto them as was done to you, which they feared that we would multiply, lead the country, join their enemies, and attack them, and get vengeance and wrath. And we would get vengeance, and we would get revenge, retaliate against them. Which is what's going to happen. And that's the thing, brothers and sisters. They didn't want that to happen. But you see? So now they're going to rush at you. They're going to take your life. And that's why it says, flee. Don't go back into your house. Don't go back to get a pizza. Don't go back to get a charger. Don't go back to get the water. Don't go back to get your baby. That's how deep it is. A time is going to be so deep that you can't even go back and get your baby. Think about that. What woman you know would just leave her baby? That's deep. She's gonna be in such a panic, so much fear. She's gonna leave her baby. That right there is deep by itself, brothers and sisters. You understand? So that's a time of unprecedented trouble. A time like no other. Never will there be. A time worse than our own experience, worse than the Holocaust. Complete torture and torment, total horror and terror. Completely past imaginable. You see, completely dehumanized past imaginable. Worse than anything you could think of. Worse than our own experience, brothers and sisters. And our people are not ready because they've been deceived by a demon. You see? Half devil, half man. Louis Farrakhan, son of a devil, son of perdition, son of hell, fall causer of the nation, the son of a Jew, a son of false Israel. You see? The seed of Satan. You see? And now our people, it said our people are lost from the lack of knowledge which they're not given and they don't have. And the people that do hear this, they're blocking the message. So it says our people are lost from the lack of knowledge that once that false Israel will be destroyed. And what's taking place in Gaza is a reflection of what's coming their way. And our people would need to flee because this will be the sign to get the hell out and get out of town, get into the inner cities, because these people are going to attack you because false Israel is about to be destroyed. And before they're destroyed, they're going to attack you because they can't let the idea spread that you're the true seed of Abraham, because now they know that you are the ones, because they're about to be destroyed. It says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that destruction is near. So they know that they're going out, and now you're the ones, you're the runner-up. And they can't allow that idea to spread, and they got to come kill you. And now you become an existential threat to them, and they got to kill you. That's why I said our people are lost from the lack of knowledge. Lost from the lack of knowledge of what? That they're going to be killed before false Israel is destroyed. Because they find out who you are, which is the true seed of Abraham. And now they can't allow that idea to spread. And it says, flee. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, this is a important message that our people need. That our people need to understand that their lives are in danger, their families' lives are in danger. And false Israel is going to be destroyed, and our people are going to be identified as true seed Abraham, and they're going to attack you. They're going to kill you. They're going to take you out of existence, and this is not a game. So if you understand what I'm saying, please pass the message on to your brothers and sisters. Tell them what's going on, because their lives and their families' lives is at stake. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.